The real reason WWE brought back R-Truth. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. He's the one who mistook the Royal Rumble for Money in the Bank. He pinned opponents during weddings, concerts, and even while asleep. And somehow, he's been one of the most beloved, entertaining, and consistent stars in WWE history. But in 2025, after a long absence, R-Truth returned. And now fans are asking, why? Why bring back a veteran who hasn't held a major title in over a decade? Why now? This is the real story behind WWE's decision to bring back R-Truth, and it might just surprise you. The return no one saw coming. R-Truth's return was not a main event segment. There were no weeks of hype videos, no shocking Royal Rumble appearance, no massive build-up. Instead, he came back in classic Truth fashion, unexpectedly, hilariously, and humbly. It was Monday Night Raw, early 2025. The Judgment Day were cutting a serious, intense promo. Suddenly, the lights flickered, the crowd stirred, and out walked R-Truth, dressed like a 2013 version of himself, with a 24/7 title replica on his shoulder. Truth walked to the ring, looked Damian Priest in the face, and said, "I'm here to challenge you for that Universal Television Internet Hardcore European NXT title." The crowd erupted, and just like that, Truth was back. But behind the laughs, there was a real reason WWE made this move. A history lesson. WHO is R-Truth. Before we dive into the why of his return, we have to understand who R-Truth is, and why he matters. Real name: Ron Killings. He's been in the wrestling business for over 2 decades. Debuted in WWE as K-Quick in the early 2000s. Reinvented himself in TNA as Ron The Truth Killings, became NWA World Champion, and returned to WWE in 2008. Since then, R-Truth has held the WWE Tag Team titles, won the United States Championship, and became the record-setting 24/7 champion, holding it over 50 times. But his legacy isn't about title reigns. It's about timing, charisma, loyalty, and impact. He made himself indispensable, not by dominating, but by making others look better. From The Miz to Goldust, from Brock Lesnar to Roman Reigns, Truth could stand in a ring with anyone, make fans laugh, and elevate the moment. He became WWE's comic relief, veteran leader, and locker room glue. So when Truth got injured in 2022, a torn quadriceps that sidelined him for over a year, fans wondered if that was the end. But WWE never forgot. Because R-Truth isn't just talent. He's strategy. The backstage MVP. Here's what most fans don't see. Behind the curtain, R-Truth is revered. Young talent love him. Veterans respect him. Management trusts him. He's known as a positive locker room presence, someone who keeps morale high during long tours, chaotic travel schedules, and intense creative swings. In 2023 and 2024, with WWE undergoing major transitions, Vince McMahon's scandals, Endeavor's acquisition, NXT revamps, the company desperately needed stability. Enter R-Truth. Sources say Triple H personally contacted Truth to begin prepping for a comeback as soon as he was medically cleared. Not for titles, not for nostalgia, but because Truth represented exactly what WWE needed during uncertain times. A trusted performer who could work live TV safely. A bridge between generations of superstars. A comedy act that actually works, gets ratings, and brings joy. His return was more than just booking. It was smart business. We's shift toward comedy and variety. Let's be honest. Wrestling isn't just about wrestling anymore. With the rise of YouTube clips, social media engagement, and crossover content, WWE needs variety. Not every segment can be Roman Reigns monologuing. Not every match can be 5-star classics. Sometimes, fans want to laugh. They want absurd. They want something unpredictable. That's where R-Truth thrives. The 24/7 title may have been a joke to some, but it generated millions of views, countless skits, and memorable moments that broke the internet. And WWE sees that. When R-Truth returned in 2025, internal memos leaked suggesting that WWE was planning to reboot the comedic side of programming, not just for TV, but for digital. WWE is now heavily pushing TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. And guess whose content performs better than almost anyone else's? R-Truth. WWE brought him back not just to wrestle, but to anchor their digital comedy footprint. He's viral gold, and the company knows it. Truth and the Judgment Day storyline. Shortly after his return, R-Truth was inserted into a bizarre, yet brilliant, storyline. He began mistakenly believing he was part of the Judgment Day. Every week, he'd show up in purple, try to join their meetings, and claim he was the real leader. At first, it was funny. Then it got incredible. Fans waited each week just to see how far Truth would take the gag. He created fake graphics with himself and Finn Balor. He wore a purple championship belt made of glitter. He interrupted serious promos with jokes about demonic energy drinks. But here's the twist. Damian Priest, Finn, and Rhea Ripley started playing along. The dynamic became must-see TV. Truth turned a filler angle into one of the most entertaining parts of Raw, without burying Judgment Day, without derailing stories. In fact, he made the faction more likable. Triple H and WWE execs reportedly told creative to run with it, and as a result, Truth became a weekly fixture again. R-Truth's value to creative. In today's WWE, being over is not enough. You need to be flexible, reliable, and creative proof. That's where R-Truth shines. Here's what he offers WWE creative. 1. He never needs a title to be relevant. Whether he's chasing, pinning, or clowning, he adds value. 2. He doesn't mind losing. In an era where wins and losses are politicized backstage, R-Truth is a pro who makes losing look good. 3. He works with anyone. Main eventers, mid-carders, NXT call-ups. He can wrestle, talk, or just react. 4. He protects others. Younger talent are protected around him. He eats pins, softens angles, and makes awkward gimmicks funny. 5. He writes his own material. WWE reportedly allows Truth to freestyle most of his comedy. That's trust, and rare. In short, R-Truth is creative gold. He's the kind of performer who turns bad segments into magic, and good segments into unforgettable ones. The fans love him, and WWE listens. Another major reason WWE brought back R-Truth. The fans. Even after being gone for over a year, the minute his music hit, the crowd erupted. There's no bitterness. No go away heat. Just love. R-Truth connects in a way few superstars do. Kids laugh at his antics. Hardcore fans appreciate his loyalty. Casual viewers remember him from old skits and songs. And WWE listens to that. R-Truth's segments spike social media interaction. Clips of his bloopers, botches, and raps go viral daily. In a company that's constantly analyzing engagement metrics, Truth remains a consistent draw, without needing a push or belt. That's rare. That's money. Legacy building. Truth's final chapter.